Playoffs! You want to talk about playoffs? Yes, Jim Mora, we're talking playoffs in the National Pokeball League. Wildcard round. San Antonio Swamperts versus the Portland Timburrs for the third time this season. We swept the season series 2-0, but it's postseason now, and it's a whole nother season. So, hopefully we can keep our winning ways going, and if not, oh well. But I'm still worried about that Azumarill and that Mega Pinsir. Otherwise, I should be okay with the rest of the matchup. But pretty much my win con here is keeping my Empoleon alive, have that thing get up in agility. I should be golden. So, hope you guys enjoy this battle, and let's get this show on the road. So starting off, he's going to be leading off with his Electros. I opt to lead off with my Entei. And here I'm just going to go for the Sacred Fire here, just to try to get a burn on something. He goes into Azu here, and from that damage, it is looking like a thick, fat Azumarill, which I probably should have caught earlier, but the Azumarill here goes for the Whirlpool, which surprises me quite a bit, so that pretty much confirms that he is a more defensive variant than I would have liked. And here, Cloyster's just going to be hitting this Electros up with Rock Blast. 5 hits due its skill link ability, and I don't want to take any electric hits from this thing, so I'm just going to go into my Cresselia. Hits me with a Volt Switch, goes into his Kyurem, and I'm just going to try blasting this thing with a Moonblast, but he actually exposes the Toxic right here, which definitely limits my Cresselia here, and it's not going to look pretty, and the Toxic is going to come into play a little bit later, as you guys will see. But it's not too important right now, but it kind of plays a little bit of a role later on, but yeah, you guys will see. But Hippowdon sets up rocks on the switch in, and I wound up going for a Toxic on this Hippowdon, and he wound up returning the Toxic right on me. So I kind of felt like Hippowdon or something wanted to come in, so just wanted to slap Toxic on something, probably that Latias over there. But now out comes the Electros, and yeah, it's gonna be taking the nice little spear on the way in, and we'll be falling to a Rock Blast on the next turn. So early 6-5 for the Swamperts. So now out comes the Azumarill. I'm just gonna try hitting this thing up with the Rock Blast. I don't really know this thing's set, but here he winds up exposing the rest. And the next play, I pretty much want to take back. Here I switch into my Tornadus-Therian, and here I definitely should have gone into Empoleon. There was no reason for me not to. I mean, I guess I could have been a little bit afraid of a double into something like Kyurem or Latias maybe, but switching to Empoleon probably would have been the best play right there, as I could have used this Azumarill as easy setup fodder. But then again, the bulk that this thing possesses, I assume, probably would have been pretty nasty for my team. But yeah, I guess what can you do? But Empoleon could have set up on this thing on the switch, probably could have taken some things out, but I guess it is what it is. But Hippowdon comes in again, I go for the taunt. Try predicting the Kyurem with the Hurricane. Thing that I gave him Grass Knot last time, and I'm packing it again this time, as you will see on this turn, but he wound up going into Kyurem here, and this next turn, definitely a very pivotal point in the game. I go for the U-turn, trying to get some chip damage on this Kyurem, go into my Empoleon, he Ice Beams me, and I get frozen. This is huge, and you guys will see right here as he sets up a sub. I'm forced to break the sub with a Scald, and the Scald doesn't break the sub. And here he is going to reveal the Earth Power. I have Shuca Berry for some ground type attacks, but Flash Cannon there, and here it's pretty much where the freeze matters. I'm an Agility Empoleon, like I said. And with the agility, I would have taken out this Kyurem and probably done a massive chunk to the rest of his team. Probably would have swept him there, but Then again, he pretty much revealed that his pincer was, or I didn't have the power to take the pincer out with an Ice Beam. That's what I'm trying to say. But there, I wound up missing a Hurricane. He landed Toxic, kind of expecting me to switch, but wound up landing the next Hurricane, and Kieran goes down. I U-turn into my Cloyster, and he's pretty much setting up a Calm Mind there, and will be taking me out with the Store Power on the next turn. And I pretty much have to bring in my Cresselia to try to deal with this thing, and here he sets up the sub, and this is pretty much the beginning of the end for my season. Sub Calm Mind Latias with Stored Power, not looking fun for me to take out, and here's where the Toxic actually comes into play. It actually puts me on the timer, kind of limits me from setting up. Eventually I'm going to be whittled down completely, and it's just not looking like a position for me to set up. So it's from here on out, it's just looking like a Latias sweep. Definitely unfortunate end for the Swampert season, but hey, I'm actually happy with how the season went. I mean, I won 7-3 with a plus 8 differential, plus 11 differential with a 4-0 record for the division, which was definitely a massive plus. So I've got a lot to be proud of this season. Definitely not the way how I wanted it to end, but hey, I'm definitely happy. And I jilted the GBA D-League for this season, and that turned out to be a really great thing for me. I got some draft league experience, won my division, made some great friends, and yeah, if I were to if I were to make the same decision again today, if I were to pick the GBA D-League or the National Pokeball League, I would take the National Pokeball League 10 out of 10 times. And guess what? The Swamperts is going to be back for Season 4. So you can count on that. We'll be back bigger, stronger, probably even faster. Probably getting that championship crown. And I guess we'll see. So, hope you guys enjoyed the NPL this season. Comment, sub, and I'll see you guys next season.